What's up, YouTube? Wanted to post a quick update to show you the footings. We got the footings poured this week, or last week rather, and so I don't have much to say. A bunch of concrete. It's pretty exciting just to see things starting to come together. Mainly posting this just to kind of show anyone who's building the house kind of what to expect. So after your footings are done, it's going to look something like this. You basically have a concrete outline of the house where they filled in that 2-foot ditch they dug full of rebar, and they've got all these rebar pieces stubbed up that I assume will tie into the slab. So the next step is take that lumber and form up the slab and start cutting in all the drain pipe. A few things to note that you think about. One, I'm in my garage now, and this longer piece is called the Eufer. So rather than doing ground rods, this is what is normally done now. That's a long piece of rebar that's tied in down into the footings of some specified length, and that is the grounding system for the house. So instead of going to ground rods, you'll tie your electrical panel into this thing with just a ground rod clamp. And for places with inspection, I believe that has to be visible for inspection. So you'll have like a blanking plate or a mud ring on your drywall by your panel, wherever this thing is, so you can pull the cover off and show the inspector, look, yes, here's the Eufer, here's the clamp that it's tied in to the grounding system and the electrical panel and all that. So that's important. So make sure your builder puts it relatively near the electrical panel, just so you don't have to run wire, because you're supposed to run a number 4 copper to that, and so that stuff that's like $1 a foot. It can get expensive, so put it as close as you can. Second thing, footings is the time where water comes into the house. So that yellow pipe, which I believe is just a scrap piece of poly gas pipe that my builder used for conduit, that's where the water line is going to come up into the house. So your water line has to be below the frost line of your environment so it doesn't freeze. And that footing goes down 2 feet, which is about our frost line. And so we have that conduit passes through that concrete so we can fish the water line up in there later. This was probably one of the first mistakes of the project that I'm sharing with you. My original plan was to actually have 2 of these. Water line coming in, and then I'll go into the garage and the mechanical room, lots of valves and everything, and then I would have the line going out all the way to the shop there. And so I wanted that shop wire line to actually come in the house, so I could have a valve to kill off the actual line to the shop in case I ever needed to. I could actually kill the line, not just to the shop itself, with a valve at the shop. Now I can't do that without some headaches. And so it's still up in the air whether or not we're going to decide to dig under the footing again to get something through, or if we're just going to basically tee it off. So as the water line would come in, about right there, right wherever that conduit stubs out, we just throw a tee in the ground and then tee off from the street and go to the shop and then go to the house. I'll probably just do that for simplicity. So these are things to keep in mind. If you have a set way of doing things and you have a design and you know what you want, make sure that you 100% know when everything is being staged in. In my case, I had in my head that this would all be dealt with at the slab pour and not the footing pour. In hindsight, it makes sense that it would go in the footing, but I just didn't think about it. And I didn't communicate it effectively to my builder that says, hey, we need to do 2 conduits here. So learn from my mistake. Be 100% sure of what you want, and be 100% sure that you have communicated that to your builder. So I don't fault my builder. I don't think I effectively communicated this to him. So it's all good, and we keep pressing on. So that's about all I got. Probably, it is Black Friday today, just for time stamping. And so holiday week, at the end of the week, hopefully next week, we'll start a foundation, get the plumbing scratched in, for the drains, and then I can start doing some of the work I'm going to do with the water lines, getting water to the kitchen island. So exciting times ahead. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please like, share, subscribe. Leave me messages in the comments if you have any questions about what I'm doing or what I'm explaining. I'd be happy to try to help y'all. Thanks for watching.